Stefan Bauer, lecturer in the history department, and this book has taken a long time to write, and I found the title sort of at the last minute. It's called The Invention of Papal History, Onofrio Panvinio, Between Renaissance and Catholic Reform. So this is an Italian scholar of the 16th century, an Augustinian friar, who became a historian, which was something very rare in his order, mendicant order. And it's really a book about conflict and intellectual conflict between how you could write history in the Renaissance, which is what I worked on before, and then in the Catholic Reformation, especially if it's about something so sensitive as the history of the Church, the history of the papacy. I'm calling it The Invention of Papal History. It's a bit of an ambiguous title, because he was the first to do sort of critical source-based research on the history of the Church in the period, and he was censored. His works were partly suppressed after his death, and I'm finding out why, because he exposed schisms, disorder. He talked about how many popes were puppets of emperors, how the popes were actually elected, and he gave us all the sources. And it's coming out in a series called Oxford Warburg Studies, which is connected to the Warburg Institute in London, where I did my PhD. And to this, it is a series to which much more important people have contributed, and much more illustrious people have contributed. For example, if anybody knows Anthony Grafton's book on Joseph Scaliger, that came out in this series as well. And so I'm very pleased to present it here at Royal Blue.